Good morning. Always nice to begin the day with you here on 3+You, especially when we are this close to Christmas. I hope your season is a fun one so far. I know typically on the show we're talking to you about ways you can go and either enjoy the season, maybe find some Christmas presents to share with those who you love, spending money, right? Well, this morning we're going to kick off the show with ways you can actually make some money, and a lot of it, if you are a local small business and entrepreneur out there. Jake Cash is back on the show with Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union. You're kind of playing Santa Claus, aren't you?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit of a late Christmas gift because we're giving away $175,000 in May, but applications for entrepreneurs are open now and actually only until Friday. So Friday at 5 p.m. it closes for our 6th annual Ideal Leap grant.
And you have, it's the 6th annual,
Yes.
but y'all have really upped your game, so to speak, this year. I mean, you're giving away more money than you ever have before.
Yeah, last year we gave away $100,000. I say last year, it was actually just in October. We're kind of switching the timeline up a little bit, but this year we're doing $175,000 in 3 different competitions. So we're gonna do $75,000 in Chattanooga and then $50,000 each in the Cleveland and Northwest Georgia areas. So any entrepreneur within our 17 county service area can apply. But we just ask people to apply in the area that they primarily serve.
So how did this get born 6 years ago? What was the idea behind it?
Well, actually, it was born a little bit before 6 years ago. 8 years ago, we started the Ideal Leap Loan Program, which is truly for emerging small businesses. So the whole idea there is it connects entrepreneurs with funding that they might not get from other financial institutions, just because we use non-traditional underwriting criteria, non-traditional collateral, an expedited approval process, things like that that make it really accessible for people. So then from the proceeds from that program, we were able to start funding the grant program. The main difference, obviously, you have to pay back a loan, but you don't have to pay back a grant. So the grant is a little more competitive, of course. Like, for instance, this year, 11 entrepreneurs will end up winning different grant amounts out of that $175,000. And there's also certain criteria for applying, like they have to be in business for a year and things like that. But the loans are a lot for like more emerging small businesses, people just getting started.
And they're a payback.
Exactly.
Right? This grant, this is money given to you because your model is so worthy, y'all are giving them money.
Exactly. So applications are open now, and that's very important for you to like put your best foot forward on that application and show us like why it is worthy, like what you would do with that money, how you support the community, why you're in business, like why are you passionate about what you're doing, things like that. So
okay, some people might question and think, I mean, we always are riddled with self-doubt. Maybe you believe in your coffee business, say, but you're not so sure somebody else would. So when they're filling out this application, is the best advice you can give is for them to be honest about whatever it is that motivates them, not try to pretend like there's a community give back if there isn't one. They just, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe? Be honest, be genuine, like let us know who you really are. I also want to point out that it is competitive, but you can apply every year. Like we have people who apply, don't really make it, and then next year come back and win $20,000.
Really?
So yeah, Sleepyhead Coffee this last time won $20,000. It was not their first time applying. So I always point to them as like, hey, like they were the People's Choice winner too. We do a little voting period. So I always point to them to say like, be persistent, you know, and you can't lose anything by applying. So even if you're a little nervous or something like that, understandable, but just give it your best shot and let us know who you are.
You know, you and I have had this conversation once already, and you wanted to come on again because the deadline is looming now. Seems like we talked about the fact that once you begin the application process, it's not something where you can start and put down and start back up again, right?
That's true. That's true. There's essay questions. And that's where you really want to like show us who you are. That's where you can really shine. But if you close out of the application or leave it, you know, it won't save your progress. So we recommend that you write them separately before you start the application, and then just copy and paste them in.
Okay. Is this the first year too that y'all have divided it up between Chattanooga, North Georgia, and where was the other one?
Cleveland. Yes, that's true. This is the first time we're having 3 different competitions. Okay. Traditionally, we've always had one competition located in Chattanooga. Right. Now, it's always been open to our whole service area. And that also...
Which is vast.
Yes, it's 17 counties. We recently expanded that, adding Murray, Gordon, Chattooga, and Whitfield. So entrepreneurs in the North Georgia area should definitely be on the lookout for this as well.
I'm not wanting to put you on the spot here or reveal things about you that I probably shouldn't, but I've dealt with you via email for a long time now, wearing different hats for you. I don't think you have a financial background, do you?
Not really, no.
Okay, this is the reason I'm asking you. Because in talking to you, you are clearly very comfortable with the vocabulary at the credit union. So my point was going to be that once you begin to go down a financial road and you're invested in whatever you're invested in, you understand more and more and more what your banking institution can do for you. It seems like you've learned a lot already in being there.
I would say so. I mean, I started in April, and we have a very rigorous training process, very helpful. I mean, I always feel comfortable like asking questions and everything, so being in that world has been very helpful for me. And people applying and getting involved with us or getting involved with the loan, like, I mean, we are like a not-for-profit credit union that exists to serve the public.
Right.
So people can come and get involved and learn more. I mean, I think everyone we work with is very helpful and is really just like looking out for the community. That's the whole model.
And I purposely used you as an example, so I'm sorry that I did it. But if you're out there and you're the entrepreneur and your expertise is bows for little girls' hair, that's what you know, and the finance part of it might not be so comfortable, but that's where the credit union can step in because there's guidance there.
Exactly. Exactly. Our business services department is full of people who are just looking to help. So
okay,
that's a great point.
They go to the credit union's website.
Yes, tvfcu.com/idealeap.
The deadline is, okay, this always gets confusing. So December 16th is Friday.
Yes.
Is it by the close of business at like 5 p.m. on the 16th?
Yep, it cuts off at 5 p.m., so you're going to want to start before that.
Okay. Well, good luck to everybody. The awards are announced in May.
Yes, so we'll go through a few different selection processes, quarterfinalists, semifinalists, finalists, but the grants will be given out the second week of May in our pitch competitions in each area.
And I say it all the time, so I don't mind saying it yet again, but I have 2 accounts at the credit union, and I love it. It's so easy. Everybody's always friendly. Sometimes I'll get thank you notes written from the staff just because they're very nice people. They know you by name. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.